We're recording. Just like that. Because Skype isn't a pain in the ass when it comes to recording. No, Zoom. Jesus.
Whatever. We're using
yeah.
You good, man?
We're good. Hi, everyone. Welcome back to Thrashers Paradise. I'm Colin, and I am joined with Mindy, Josh, and Jeb of Dying Oaf from Virginia in the USA, not West Virginia. I know there's a difference. Is there a difference?
There's a huge difference.
Okay. Good thing I didn't say the other name. Well, how are all three of you doing tonight?
Good.
Fantastic. Good. We're awaiting snow right now. We're supposed to be getting like 7 or 8 inches. So we're waiting for the storm.
I'm getting it here. Yeah, it's snowing here.
Is it?
Yeah, we're getting
cool.
So is 7 or 8 inches a lot for your town, or is it
That's
cool. Yeah, it depends on the year. I mean, one year we'll get 2 or 3 feet. The next year it's 2 inches top. So
yeah,
it depends. It's sporadic, man. We'll go through 4 seasons in a month.
Alrighty. Well, what have you all been up to during this very fun time in the world that we live in?
Well, we have been writing new stuff. We've been recording to get our next single out. And, of course, shows have been canceled. So we're awaiting shows to come back, hopefully.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's been all 3 of us. That's
yeah,
pretty much. That's it, dude. Yeah, we've just been writing, recording. We've been in the studio quite a bit, man, trying to get some more music out. We've got a single, okay, and we're absolutely dying to get this thing out too, man. It sounds so freaking good, but of course there's a bunch of things that we really want to do with it. We don't really want to talk too much about everything that we're gonna do with it, but man, it's gonna be insane. We're just excited about that one.
When could us, the Dying Oaf fans, might be able to expect the song to be out by?
I'd say probably about a month and a half at the most, maybe. There's a lot of stuff that goes into it. We got to get it on the Spotify and all that good stuff, and then we can release it. So
excellent. Now, I assume this is just one song in a string of other songs to come that might be releasing down the line into an album or an EP. How far along are we, the fans, to expect this said thing to be coming?
Well, we have decided with this EP that we're going to release each song singularly and then release a compilation album at the end. So it'll be a couple of months because we're going to release each of those and put some content out for those. But we're now currently working on the next album. So we haven't really decided if we're going to do a full length and release that, or I guess it depends on what goes on in the world between now and then.
Do that.
Excellent. Now, I'm very curious to ask this because I don't know that much about the metal scene in Virginia, except I do believe Lamb of God is from Virginia. I hope I'm not wrong. Yeah?
Yeah.
So how strong of a metal scene is there in the state of Virginia?
Well, it depends on where you are in Virginia. I think in Richmond, where they're from, it's really strong. There are a lot of great bands out there right now that are just killing it. Where we're from, the scene is very strong, but there aren't a lot of places to play. So we kind of have to band together to find places to play, even if it's in somebody's yard or a field or whatever. But we're making do. We got to do what we got to do until we can get the bigger venues open back up.
Of course. Now, up to this point in the young Dying Oaf career and lifespan, what has been the most odd venue you have ever played in?
Well, as I said, we've played some basically backyards that were like fields, behind us. So I guess that's the most odd we've done, but the coolest at the same time.
I don't know, man. I think for me, dude, it would probably be, and Adam's gonna kill me for this, but I think it's the Pit, because it wasn't really meant to be a venue. It was an old go-kart track, and they converted the main building into a haunt. Telheim Haunted Attractions in Virginia. Quick plug there. And on the back there was a track, and there's a little building that was it was the pit building, where they would keep all the go-karts and stuff. And it's been completely gutted out and converted into a venue. So it's just this big, cinder block building that they put rugs all over the walls and spray painted all over, man. It's metal as hell, dude. It's a great place. But yeah, it was odd the first time I was there, just because it's not your conventional stage venue. It's really, man, it's something else. You'd really have to experience it. But man, it's a really cool place.
Can I help you? I'm sorry, my cat is
You good?
wanting attention at this point.
Everything went quiet. I was like, oh man, did my connection, am I breaking up or something?
No. It was my cat. She's just attention whore at this moment. So
Mine too.
Yeah, they are.
yes. No. So far, what has been the most exciting city Dying Oath has performed in up to this point?
I think all of us have 6 different answers for that one. To me personally, playing in Ohio was very unique. Just because I've never really played that far away before. This is my first group ever, so these guys have got years of experience above me. And we took a trip across a couple states and played a show, and people loved it, and that was crazy. That was crazy to be that far away and still have a crowd.
Yeah, I think for me, would probably be playing in Richmond. We got to play for our first national as a band, and that was really, really cool. It was a lot of cool exposure. We got to play with some cool bands. So yeah, definitely for me, it would be Richmond in the city.
Yeah, so far for me, man, Greensboro, Blind Tiger. Oh my God. I love that place. The sound is just perfect.
That was a bucket list for me too. My entire career I've wanted to play there, so.
Awesome. Now, out of all of these new songs that have been written and that we are all waiting for to be released, which ones did each of you individually find to be the most difficult to write or create?
There's a song that is a little bit further behind than the rest of the 6 that we are going to be shooting out, that took us a very long time to finalize, just because it's the song that is the bridge between what we started out doing and what we're going to evolve into doing. So it was that middle gap. So it took a lot of soul searching, basically, to figure out who we were. Yeah.
Yeah, that one was a pain.
Yeah, I think the one that we just completed for me was probably the most difficult, because I wrote it about a subject that was really hard for me to write about. But I think that's kind of what we're going to do with the new stuff, is just touching on subjects that people ordinarily probably wouldn't speak about, things that people don't really want to talk about and they sweep under the rug. So I think all of the new ones are going to be kind of difficult, so to speak, because we've learned so much on this last album, and we're evolving, as people and as musicians. So I think you're going to get to see the progress in a big way on the next album.
Awesome. Cool. For those who probably up here in Canada might not have heard of Dying Oath, what could you tell someone just briefly? What is Dying Oath in a summary?
For me, I think we probably have different answers, but for me, it's family. To us, to our fans, to each other, we are one big family, and we try to support each other and our scene as a whole. And I think that anybody that meets us or that listens to our music is going to see that.
Um, to me, Dying Oath is life. What this band means to all six of us is something incredible, something magical, and we all have this fire ready to be thrown into speakers and on microphones, and we want the world to hear it. And even if one person gets it, here's the lyrics, here's the drop, here's the riffs, and just feels
Connects.
it, yeah, then that's all we're trying to do is make one person's life better.
Right on. For me, man, it's what I've always been looking for, because I was like, I'll just sit around and jam and come up with riffs and write music all the friggin' time, man. But it's always just me just sitting with a guitar, and I'll program some drums or record some bass or stuff like that. And it's so dry and lifeless like that, man. But when you actually get a group of musicians together that love the music that they're producing, and you actually get to play it live, it's a completely different experience. For me, it's a freaking outlet, man. It's what I've always wanted as far as being a musician goes, being a guitarist goes. It changes the whole game.
Awesome. Now, I know that right now we currently can't. Well, I don't know about you all, but we can't have shows up here in Canada right now. But and I was just curious for each of you individually, once that point comes where Dying Oath can perform once again, what is the first venue you would like to have your first show back at?
I'd like to go back
man.
to Tiger again. We had one canceled. We played there one time, and we had one set up, but then of course, life has a funny way, and it got canceled. And
Well, I think it got postponed and rescheduled, but
yeah, but just like the date itself. But it was
phenomenal.
like Josh said, it's amazing there. It is a whole new world.
Yeah, I think for me, I'm excited to go back to the pit because that's our home venue. And anytime we go to the pit, all of our friends and our family, it's an all thing, so they can bring their kids, and it really is like a big family event. So I'm excited that once we get this new single out, to go out and play for them again, and see all of our friends and family.
Yeah, I mean, I'm thinking maybe another round, man, up in Richmond. 'Cause that place was phenomenal. The lights that they had going on, the sound was great. All the bands that were there was incredible. Shout out to Seasons, man. Thanks for having us out there. That was a blast, dude. I would love to go back out there.
Awesome. Now, I know this next question might throw you off a bit. So, besides besides the new stuff that hasn't been played live yet, is there a song in the Dying Oath catalog that hasn't gotten the privilege to be performed live in front of people?
Oh yeah.
Yes, we are working on a song right now. Like I said, we just finished the lyrics for that. It was already done musically, and it is a beast of a song, and it definitely is the next step for our evolution. So personally, I'm excited to get that song out just so people can see how far we've come as a band.
Yeah, it's definitely an evolution, man. It's a total game changer too. Like a lot of things that we're kind of known for doing just based on the music that everybody's heard so far. There's certain aspects and characteristics of it that are kind of similar. It's the Dying Oath sound. It's a particular sound that we've generated through these tracks that we put out. And this one, it definitely changes the game a little bit, man. There's some new things that we threw in and new things we wanted to try out that I think work beautifully, and I can't wait. I can't wait to drop that.
Excellent. Now, for each of you individually, do you think Dying Oath as a band is going to be coming out of, once we come out of the fun time era in the world's history, do you feel your band's coming out stronger than when we entered this fun time era?
Without a doubt.
100%.
Yeah, I think I probably speak for all of us when I say that, we've taken a lot of this time to kind of hone in on our sound, to work together more fluently as a group, and to also figure out who we are as individual musicians. And I think that it's going to show in the music. So I think that with all the time that we've had to be able to take off, to get some of this stuff recorded and to get things in our pocket to hold on to for the future, I think that we have so much now going on that when things do open up, we're going to have a lot to offer for sure.
Awesome.
Yeah, definitely. And I think we've been doing something that really a lot of other bands have kind of been lacking on. I see quite a few that's really capitalizing on it. But, with COVID going on, everybody quarantining, everybody's in their house and everybody's on their phone. And, now is just the perfect opportunity to really be, engaging those fans, and building a bigger and better fan base. And, finding ways to really engage with them and build a, personal relationship to, build those diehard fans that are they're going to see your post, they're going to react to it. They're going to actually be interested, in what you're offering. And, I think now is probably the perfect time to do it. And I think Mindy and everybody that's been working on the socials has done a fantastic job at that. I think whenever things do open up, we're going to explode. I really do.
Awesome. Now, I do have one last question to ask all of you. It's a fun question we do like to ask here for all first-time guests. Just to test their metal knowledge. It's very simple. Who would win in a fight, Lemmy or God?
Trick question. Lemmy is God.
I'm with him. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I think that was the
so.
fastest anyone has ever answered that question. Like, yeah, I even get to finish it because you just answered it like that. Jesus. And thankfully you are correct. And now a follow-up question. Do you remember what movie that is from?
With Adam Sandler.
Dang.
Was it Airheads?
Yes!
Yeah, there we go. Okay.
Yeah.
You got it.
Good job, man. Good job.
Man, congratulations. Like I think that's a record for the fastest answer, man.
He was on it.
Let me show you how to do it.
Yeah. Well, before I let you go and get back to your extremely important busy lives, is there anything else you would like to say to the people up here in Canada and all over the world that are going to be watching this on YouTube?
Yeah, definitely. Check us out, man. We're on Spotify. We're on Apple Music. iTunes. We're pretty much everywhere. We got a music video up on YouTube. We got some other extra content up there. Give us a listen. Check us out, man. If you like it, stay tuned. We got some other stuff coming.
Yeah.
In Canada, you beautiful country, we are ready to play for you.
Yes.
On that. Really, I just want to say thank you to the people that have really been pushing us throughout this terrible time. The people that have been sharing our stuff, subscribing to our YouTube, our Spotify, really engaging with us and making us known. But we really couldn't do this on our own. There's no way that we could do all of this on our own. So thank you for watching and listening.
What did you do? Wash it off?
Excellent. And until next time, everyone, keep on thrashing. If I can, yeah.